Just came outside and this is what I find. As soon as I step up, literally just stepped off the back door, ain't even had time to shut it yet. Airplane dive bombing me as usual. Give me a minute and I get right back to you. Back again. Second time in 2 minutes. That's how close that plane is. That's how close it is. That ain't but about 500 feet above the ground. 500 feet above ground. Imagine that. What are we doing today? Oh, let me show you. We made some progress. I did a little moving maneuver yesterday. I moved everything around the back of the house that I could. I'm getting ready to open up the space around front so I can do the lift kit on the square body. I'm just about burnt out on welding. I've been doing it for weeks and I need to just finish it. I put rust remover on these wheels. These wheels don't matter at all to me, but I'm going to clean them up anyway. It really did a good job eating it off. I found that it's better, and I just now discovered that it's better just to spray this stuff on and walk away. Spray it on, walk away. But what I wanted to do is for all the jack legs in the audience that say, oh, that's a piece of junk, it ain't worth nothing, I'm going to show you why you're wrong. It's the trolls who've never changed oil. It's the trolls who can't change a tire. It's the trolls who don't even know how to check the oil in their vehicle. Let me show you how a small block Chevy works. Pump the gas 2 or 3 times. Take your key. Insert key into said hole. And I'll probably have to do this twice because that's the way most Chevys are. Look at that. That's small block Chevy. That's square body. This is pretty much indestructible. Look how perfectly it runs. These plug wires on this thing look like they've been on there for many, many, many years. And I'd say those plugs have probably been in there 20 years. But as you can see, purrs like a kitten. Just as quiet as it can be. No rattles, no shakes, no shimmies. The exhaust even hits a pretty good note. Of course the choke is on right now, but listen how good it sounds. Well, that's junk. That ain't worth nothing. Let me reiterate, I got a little background on this truck. An old man owns this truck. Lives in Longview, actually. Owned the truck. Took it to the transmission shop. Paid $3,000 to have this transmission built. I think he said this is the one with the overdrive. So it's not a 4-speed, it's the one with the overdrive. So this right here should be able to hit the interstate and be doing about maybe 14 to 1700 RPMs at 65 miles an hour. That's awesome. I think it'll be a little better on fuel than most of them are. Choke's off. Running like a dream now. Like a dream. $3,000 just for the transmission in the truck. I paid $1,000 for this truck wrecked. As you can see, I got most of the dent out of the door yesterday. It was a big pushed-in dent and a crease here. I got most of that out with a hammer and dolly. I can't reach all of it. That's going to be a 2-man job, but the majority of the dent is out. That's good enough for me. This door doesn't have much rust at all in it. A little bit right there on the corner and a little right there. I've got to spray that hole. That's actually a drain hole, so that's not even rust. Good deal. So that's it on that. And there's my floor pan. It isn't pretty. I've got a little bit more to go. I've got to seal in this corner hole here, and then along there over there, I got to seal that up. And then that one little on the outside, one little patch piece that I've got to put on the outer rocker. And as you can see, that's the fender that came off of it, and this is the fender I bought this past week. I traded 2 fenders for one, and that fender is in great shape. This is the hood. The hood's actually okay. It's got a spot of rust on the inside. I messed up the other day. I got all my scrap up. When I got all my scrap up, I had that scrap hood. I cut the metal that I can use off the hood, but I left the piece that I needed, and that's the piece that's rusted out on this hood. I meant to cut off the other hood so I can weld it in and fix this hood and make it perfect. and I just got in a hurry and just plainly forgot what I was doing and ended up throwing it away. So I'll have to actually fabricate a piece that fits it correctly. So I'll have to do that. I found the radiator fan shroud. It's broke in a couple pieces, but I can plastic weld that together. So I'll have to do that. I'm gonna go buy today a MAP torch. That's what they use for plumbing. I have to buy one of them because I've got to use it to weld that plastic together, and also I've got to take off the steering arm. The steering arm's got to come off, and the only way to get that off is either heat or cold. So I've got to take that one off, go back down to Dallas, North Carolina, and get that one that actually fits. But if all the 4 tires were up on this thing, I could put it on the road and drive it just the way it is. If lights are on it, they have to work. Of course, you know, you must have headlights and tail lights. So I've got to buy another tail light lens for this side, because as I said, it got hit pretty hard. But I can probably just rig that up and make it work. But I got to get a tail light here, and to fix this bed, the bed's actually in really good shape. So all I got to do is cut this right here, this piece out, weld another one on that whole quarter. It's got a little rust right there. I could either patch that, or like I said, just get a quarter and cut it from there back and then fix the bed. That's the worst part on the bed. And I'll have to loosen all the bolts. I'll probably have to torch them off. But where it got hit real hard, what I heard is the kid that was driving it, the grandson, drove it up here and took a left at KFC. And when he took a left, he was going way too fast, went down in the ditch and just hit hard. And I guess when he came up on the other side of the ditch, that's when this right here got hung up and got crushed. So in other words, this truck was nearly perfect, besides a little bit of rust when the kid wrecked it. That's such a shame, because this right here is a nice truck. If you price these trucks online right now, just a good body on one, they're going from anywhere from $4,000 to $7,000. And this has got 120, let me look at it again. 125,000 original miles. That's incredible. I've had small block Chevys that had 300,000 miles on them, and they were still going strong. So this thing is going to last a lifetime. It'll last at least for the rest of my life. It's an investment. I'm gonna get it fixed up. I've got just about everything to put it together right now. The only thing left to do on it, besides the lift kit, is I've got to take this, that steering, that front nose piece right there, and it's got to go over that way about 2 inches. Once I get that in place, then I've got the radiator shroud over here. I've got to weld on it. That's the next thing that I really need to weld so I can get started. But I got rid of the other. See how it's rusted right here? Well, I cut this out of the other one. So all I got to do is cut that out and weld it in there just like that, and then it's fixed. No problems. Done. And then I'll pressure wash this and then paint it real good. I wish it was the Suburban one. The Suburban has got the 4 rectangle lights instead of the big round lights or the big square lights. But this is the one. This is I think this was a 80s some model. This has got the 4 headlights, which is not my favorite, but it'll do for now. It's good enough for me. But once I get that welded in, and I'm gonna pressure wash it, paint it black like it should be. Here's the leaf springs. I put the rust, I took the rust off of it yesterday, hit them with a rust remover, got that done. Here's the blocks. The blocks come out really good. I got almost all the rust off those too with the rust remover. Got that done. Here's the shocks. I've got them hanging up because I've cleaned them real good yesterday. I still got to do a little bit more scrubbing on them, scrubbing, rubbing, and sanding. I think I can buy these right here new, and their urethane bushings are all here. Some are a little hard, but I think they'll do for what we need them for. But I'll more than likely buy these new. As I said, the urethane bushings are in an okay shape. That's right there. I'm about to knock that back through or cut it off. Has that one got one? Yeah, that's got it in there. So these are the 4 shocks. It's got one shock like my Bronco here. It's got the shock that goes, if you can see it down there, it goes on the front end. That tightens the steering. It makes it harder to drive, but it takes up all the slack in the steering. I don't know if I've got a weld one on this one Yep, this one doesn't have, yeah, there it is. It's got that shock on it there, so I need to I'll replace that one too. That one probably isn't bad, but my ball joint right here on my steering arm, that's got to be replaced, because when you turn it, you can hear metal on metal just scraping. So we'll get that done. Let's see, the sway bar looks like it's in decent shape, but as you can see, the negative arch on this, once I put the new ones in, it's got a positive arch, so that'll bring the front end up. Also with the leaf springs, those springs right there, it's a lift spring, so that's got 6 leaves in it, and the stock one on the 87 square body, the stock one has 5 leaves, I believe. Yeah, 5 leaves on that one. But I'm going to put the heavy duty one on there because I want it up 3-inch lift plus the wheels and tires. It'll probably be sitting about here. This will be here, so it's going to be harder to get in and out of, and not as optimal to haul with. But that's why I just want to get it. Together now until I get a little extra money. I don't know if the big wheels and tires are going to clear the fenders when I put them on there. I don't know that yet. They may, but I doubt it. But I'm not going to put the lift kit on it right now, because that's a lot to do right here in this muddy yard. I need a lift to do that, and I need help, because that's going to be, from what I've watched online, it took a boy, I think, 8 days, and he had concrete and air tools. And I've got air tools, but I ain't got no air compressor, and I'm not buying any more equipment than what I already need. The map torch today is going to cost about 60 bucks. But I mean, I do need that when I start sweating pipe for my new home, and when I get that right there, that steering arm off. And of course, I bought a new brake line, and I don't need it because that right there needs extended brake hoses on it, and I took them off the other truck too. And these right here look pretty new. So I've got the extended brake line. So pretty much I've got everything I need except for that steering arm. And I got to get it because those are anywhere from 80 to 100 bucks if you got to buy a new, and that boy's going to sell it to me for 20 bucks. And all I got to do is drive all the way back down to Dallas and get it off. So that's the plan. That's it. I'm going to go ahead and probably start welding on, I guess I'm going to weld on my radiator support, get it started today. I'm Stuart Pidlone, the most targeted citizen. Anybody watch the state of the lies last night from the Biden administration? Just lies on top of lies, and then he lied some more. And then after he got through lying, he opened his mouth and went, anybody thinks that he's actually running a show, you're more crazy than that lunatic is. Stuart Pidlone, the most targeted citizen. There was your horn honk letting you know that you're in my house, targeted by the federal government. God bless. Like, share, and subscribe. Targeted Citizen. The most targeted citizen should turn on in maybe another couple days. We should be over there. If you don't see me posted here, go to the most targeted citizen, please. 60% of you are not subscribers. Come on, if you want to see the crap show, you want to see the train wreck, just subscribe. Doesn't cost anything to do it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share what's happening to me. If you just like square body footage, you want to see some man take an old truck, put it together, there you go. You're at the right place. You want to see some man get a camper finish? There you go. You're at the same place. If I remind you, I took this junk boat and got it running and driving, and now it's great. It does everything it's supposed to do greatly. I got one half of the camoing done, but I still got more to go. But anything you want to do, this is a project that there are people on YouTube making millions of dollars just building their own vehicles. It would be nice if people just shared mine. God bless.